Hello students, this side Dr. Minakshi Memoria and currently I am working in King Khalid University, Saudi Arabia. Thank you so much for inviting me in your international conference. So let me start the topic on which I am just going to start the presentation. My topic is Python, the driving force behind AI innovation. So why I have choose this topic? Because now everyone is talking about AI innovation. So, like AI innovation, how we can implement it? We can implement it with the help of Python. So, let me start with the first slide. So, artificial intelligence with Python. So, like AI, every day we are talking about AI, artificial intelligence. Why this is very important? Because earlier we were saying that only human being is as much intelligent than any other thing. But nowadays we can say that any machine can be as much intelligent as human being. So how we can say it like for this? Why we can say that AI is very popular nowadays and we can implement it with many tools, many languages. But Python is also a very important tool where we can implement the AI. So why? Because like Python, why I have choose the Python for this thing? Because there are other languages also by which we can just implement the AI. But why Python is so much popular nowadays? It is having very less number of code. It is having pre-built libraries. It is very easy for learning and it is platform independent and it can be supported for massive data or for big data, we can say that. So now I'm just talking about some Python libraries. These are inbuilt libraries in the Python. So first is TensorFlow. TensorFlow, it is generally used for writing machine learning algorithm and complex computation. Second is scikit-learn. This is generally associated with NumPy and SciPy, and it is considered as one of the best library which can work for the complex data. NumPy is used for computing scientific and mathematical data. Theano is the library that will use for computes mathematical expressions. Keras is used for the best functionalities for computing models, evaluating data sets, visualizing graphs, etc. And last is NLTK. This is actually Natural Language Toolkit. This is open source Python library and it is generally used for natural language processing. So next, what are the facts? These are the facts. Why this AI is in demand? Because AI, as I told you, AI, it means now, earlier we were just doing everything with the help of human being only if we have to make the good decision by their intelligence. But now even by you applying the AI on any machine, we can make the machine also very intelligent as human being. And what is the popularity of AI? This is having more computing power, data generation, more effective algorithm, and broad investment. What is AI? I think there is no need to explain this AI again and again. These are the types of AI. First is artificial narrow intelligence, like weak AI, where some instructions are going to give by the human being and machine is working according to that. Second is general intelligence. In this, we can say that the current machines excel in high level computation but lack human like thinking and reasoning. So, experts debate the feasibility and desirability of AGI, which, with concerns like Stephen Hawking warning about AI's potential to surpass human abilities. So this is a strong AI as compared to the previous AI. But last is the artificial super intelligence. Here, super intelligence, nothing is going to be done by the human being. There is no involvement of human being. Everything is going to done by the machine only. But actually, it is not possible. It is going to be actually implemented. It is going to be implemented in future, like in 2040 but just leave this. So now next we move to the difference between AI, machine learning and deep learning. So if we are talking about the three terms, AI is the AI is about making machines human behavior, we can say that, and machine learning is a subset of AI. This is which is going to make the decision based on the data, and deep learning is a subset of machine learning using neural network for complex problem solving. So machine learning basics, I already told you about this. So now I am just moving to the types of machine learning. There are three types of machine learning: supervised, unsupervised, machine reinforcement learning. In supervised, like if there is a teacher and teacher is just going to guide a student, and student is going to give the exam as per the training provided by the teacher. But here there is no teacher, but here there are the labeled data is going to work just like the supervisor, and on the basis of that the machine is going to find out the output for the further input. Unsupervised data, when there is no like this is the diagram where you can say that these are the labeled data. On the basis of this I have trained the machine, I have applied the algorithm, and then the output will be calculated on the basis of the training we have given to the machine. Unsupervised learning, there is no labeled data, there is nothing like that. Everything we are going to start from scratch. This is unlabeled data, you can see in the picture. And like, but on the basis of the unlabeled data, we try to categorize it in multiple categories. Then on the basis of that we apply the algorithm, then we calculate the output on the basis of input given. Last is reinforcement learning. This is actually subset of machine learning where an agent learns in an environment through the actions, observations, rewards, everything. On the basis of that it is going to give the output. So what problems can machine learning solve? There are three types of problem it can solve. Regression. If we are talking about the growth, like suppose a student is studying in seventh semester now, and in seventh semester how much marks the student will get. Like if we are having the record of the previous six semester, on the basis of that we are trying to find out the the marks of the student in the next semester. Classification, if like we are having different classes for the data, like if we are going to find out, I'm just giving an example, like if there is a patient and patient can be affected by this disease, yes or no. So there are two categories, one is yes, one is no. So on the basis of that we try to categorize the patient output. And third is clustering. In the clustering, actually this problem entails dividing input into clusters based on the feature similarity, such as grouping viewers by interest, age and geography. And this is a type of actually unsupervised learning where we are using the k-mean clustering. These are the machine learning process steps where we are just following the 7 steps. So rather than that, I will try to explain it with the example. And these are the three types of machine learning algorithm: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning. In supervised learning, these are the names of the algorithm we are using. In unsupervised learning and in reinforcement learning also. So I think you must be knowing all the names. So I'm not going to move with that names. So I'm just keeping all the algorithm name here. Now next is machine learning with Python. Now how we can start the coding in Python? So suppose I have taken an example in the step 1, like if we will implement any code of machine learning with the help of Python. So first, in first step we will import the required libraries, like here you can say we have imported the NumPy, we have imported the pandas, NumPy for linear algebra and pandas for data processing. And in second step we are loading the data sets, like here you can see .csv file we have uploaded like that. So we have uploaded so many files. So next third step is we are just doing the data pre-processing. So this was the step. It means in this way we are going to implement it. Now what are the limitations of machine learning? actually machine learning we can apply for we can say that there is limitation, that limited data. But if we are having huge data or big data, it is not going to be implemented by machine learning. So these are the limitation. So here the solution is given by deep learning. So deep learning is going to implement when there is huge data or there is audio data, video data, then we can use deep learning. So deep learning is the next, we can say that the advanced version of machine learning. Now, what is actually deep learning? Deep learning is the basic concept. It is actually going to use the basic component of human brain, like it is having neurons. The artificial neuron, perceptron, was developed by replicate its functionality. So the same concept it is going to use. Now what is deep learning? In deep learning we are having input layer, we are having hidden layer, we are having output layer. So sometimes we can have more than one hidden layer if we need more accuracy in the output. So the number of hidden layers is going to increase for more accuracy. So this is an example, like I have given an example here. So in this example, like how PayPal use deep learning to identify any possible fraud activities. Like PayPal is having very billion of payments and more than 170 customers are there. So it uses a machine learning and deep learning algorithm to mine the data from customers purchase history. It means we are just checking the previous history of the all the customers, in addition to review the pattern of likely fraud stored in its database, which will predict whether the particular transaction is having fraud or not. So the same thing I have explained in two slides. Now next, what is perceptron? In perceptron we are having four components. One is input, second is weight and bias, third is summation function, and last is activation function. Now, what is weight and bias? Weight, it means we are giving weight, random weight to each input variables. And next, summation function, activation function. Summation function, actually inputs are assigned some weights, and the product of respective input and weight is taken, and then we will add all the values and all these products in a weighted sum, and this weighted sum is going to be calculated by summation function. And next is activation function, and this activation function is used to map the weighted sum to the output. And here actually we are using functions like 10h, ReLU, sigmoid, and etc. So these are the examples of activation function. Next is, now let's understand the concept of multi-layer perceptron. In multi-layer perceptron, as I told you, we can increase the number of hidden layers. Like earlier we were using one hidden layer, but now we can use 2, 3, 4, and as per the requirement we can increase the number of hidden layers. So if we are increasing, it means it is giving better result or better accuracy. So how does multi-layer perceptron work? In a multi-layer perceptron, initial random weights are updated to minimize the error. So and here we can use back propagation also, where from output, if the we will ensure more accurate output. How? We are just moving from output, again we are going to start the same process again and again until we are not getting the proper output, or we are not getting the accurate output. So then next point is, sometimes we need to use the pooling layers also. Pooling layers, actually this reduce the feature map dimension, decreasing the parameter and computation, and they summarize the reasons of feature map from the convolutional layer, making the model robust to feature position variation in the input image. Actually this is the same line I have just written in the PPT. But we are having two types of pooling layer: max pooling and average pooling. What are these? In max pooling, actually we are having the matrix. The complete matrix is going to divide into 2 by 2 matrix, and in 2 by 2 matrix, like here in the diagram you can see, each 2 by 2 matrix, in the each 2 by 2 matrix we are going to find out the maximum value. Here maximum value is 9. But in average pooling, the same process is going to apply. Here we are dividing the whole matrix into 2 by 2 matrix, but here we are having the average. of each component in that matrix. So in the same way we can apply so many algorithm, we can do so many things, but I'm not able to cover all the things in this lecture. So I have tried my best to cover all the topics here which is going to be used by Python. So thank you so much for giving this opportunity, and now I'm just going to stop here. If there is any doubt, you can just send your doubts through mail, and I will try to answer all the questions. Thank you so much.